Lovely ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Welcome. This is Felix. Now, I quickly want to share with you the three ways of participating in the financial market from the financial market. Three ways participating from the financial market. So, financial market can be participated in. Number one, you can get involved in financial market. The first one that ordinarily it is an active participation. But the active participation, there are limitations, a lot are. Beginners, all right, are distracted, over busy, and all of that have issues in participating on the active participation. What talk about active participation has to do with involved in buy and selling of financial instrument. That's the first one. Now, but the challenge is that again, a lot of people too hear about that. And then one of the other problem now is this, oh, if I even learn, I do not have access to reasonable fund to participate. Now, so, but that's the foundation. That's the truth. You know why? Why is it the foundation? If there's a genuine money making from any financial instrument or financial market or any business at all, there must be a transaction. So there are people who get involved in this transaction. So they are expert or at least people who know how to participate, who negotiate deal. So don't even look at it in forex or crypto and all of that. In every business, there is a person who actually bid and then they seal the deal and then they make money. So that means there must be a transaction. So that transaction, the exchange, bidding, buy and selling. So it's normal. That's the foundation. So don't get it twisted. That's the first place you would talk about involving in the financial market. So the second is that we cannot have participant of people or group of people who are participant in passive. So first participation in the financial market is active participation. Now, because the active participant are the one that still give edge to passive participant. Okay, so you need to have an active participation. Then every passive participant leverage on active participant. Because no matter how passive you want to do, if there are no people who are involving actively, there will not be income generation. So just like we have, like, let me use an example in practical business world. Let me domesticate it. In Africa, we have entrepreneurs. We have the like of Aliko Dangotes. These are entrepreneurs, these are businessmen. So now they are active participants. So they set up company infrastructure to get involved in business. And then we have other people who are not active, but they are passive. Then they engage their money to make money. But if there are no active activities, your money cannot be engaged, except you are participating in Ponzi scheme. So I just want to clear you. Now, so many persons will tell you, oh, I'm involving in business and all of that. The business you're involving in is not active activities. It's a kind of dubious activity. So scamming people, robbing people to people, surely they are not going to stand over the years because there are no active involvement where this involved in buying and selling or selling deals. That is an exchange of goods and services. So until there's an exchange of goods and services, investors will not make money. So business people are the one that create room for investor, but there's a collaboration. So the whole thing is about leverage. So investor, passive investor, leverage on active participant. Active participant to leverage on passive investor. Example, let's talk about trading now. Now, we have people who are hedge fund managers. We have people who are just like venture capitalists. They have all the money, but they need an operation that is really working. I don't know if you understand. So they need operation that's working, an active operation that is running, and then they lump in their money to it. So they leverage on an active operation with their money. So their fund is their own power of leverage. Now, we have others who do not have that money, but they have the operation, the skill, and then the company now decides to say, okay, you know what? Venture capitalists say, okay, we can invest in you. So they are not investing in you because they like you. So don't get it twisted. They invest in you because they see the potential of them making money. It's not because of you, it's because of what they will make. It's normal. That's the interest of the game. So we have the first fundamental participant or participation is active. But we know that not everyone will be able to get involved at the level of being active. Then we have the second group of people who are now passive. So you can see I told the symbiotic relationship. I do not have enough money. I have enough skill, enough energy running around, just like in partnership. We'll talk about active, dormant, sleeping, different partners. So the third are the group of people, they do not have the trading skills, neither do they have bidding skill. They don't have companies to set up, they can't be like Aliko Dangote's, neither do they have money like $10 and all of that, where they can invest, buy shares of company, neither do they do like Tony Elumelu, where they can acquire some companies and all of that. I'm mentioning names, on our local premises. Okay. Neither are they like Elon Musk, that they can invent things and all of that. Every inventor need funds. So funders are going to fund their liquidity providers. So that just like brokers set up operation engine that run the operation. Then brokers setting up operation, they need active people. Who are the active people? People who are going to involve in buy and selling of different currencies. All right. So that a broker need still three participants. The first participant they need that's so paramount to them is not actually depositors. Because depositing money on their broker and it's not engaged, they won't make money. Where do brokers actually make money? Where do exchange actually make money? They make money because the participants are complete. The first participant they respect and they want to see more is the participant who is going to be running transaction, who are going to be buying and selling. As long as there's a buy and selling, either a loss or a profit, that's where they make money. So because commission are paid. But if there are no trading activities, no commission will be paid. Are you following, ladies and gentlemen? So take this to your mind and always ask yourself this question: where is the money made from? It's made from services offered, product is sold, and then money is made. So there's a margin between the cost price and the selling price. And then operational costs are divided, and then you are taking the net profit. Then you can now have profit to investors. So now when they have that, they know that, okay, all of these people are there, then they're looking for investors. All right. Investors that will deposit money, a lot of money onto their platforms. Now, when they have a lot of deposit, they're happy because the more deposit, the more transaction, the more money made. So that means active participant, they need those people. Passive participant, people who now bring money. But initially, things are unfolding. Initially, there was no room like that. So what broker is looking for? Deposit of money and trade. But until the business are growing, the law broker know that, there are people, no matter if you like trading from now till end of the world, most persons are not going to trade because they don't have that time. They don't have the energy. They're not ready to learn. So what they now take is, let's leverage. Now we have people who can put in their money, and then you have people who are actively trading. Then they connect to their account. Now, so meaning that investors cannot make money in the foreign in the exchange market or in the financial market by following experts' role. So experts are trading, and then you put in your money and leverage on them. Expert is happy because there are more funds. So the same energy you use in trading $200 can be duplicated to $1 million, and he make more money. Can you see the leverage? That's a power in the system. So, however, with this, there's a collaborative effort. But in doing this, broker tool or platforms in entrepreneurs need people who they don't have the skill, they are not ready to even learn how to trade, neither do they have the bulk money to make a lot of return on passive income. But these people can start from nothing, from zero. And these are the other partners that we talked about them. They are active, but they build residual income. These are people who are distributors. So they go about distributing the information, the product, and all of that. They are still participants. Because without them, many people will not be aware. So these are people we can call them distributor, educators, and all of that. But they are the ones that make public enlightenment about the whole thing. And then people are. So you can see these three. Now, in another segment, we have some people who can be the three. How? You are a trader, and then you still copy trading. Maybe you put into passive connecting. So that means you trade by yourself, you still connect to a copy trading, and then you are a partner. You are building affiliate. Then that means you are 3-in-1 solution. And that's what we provide on Plan B Express, PBX Club, Castle Solution Club. So PBX is a 3-in-1 solution. But now let's start from the active, because without the active, if any business you are doing and there are no active operation, money you are making is gambling. That's the truth, because there's nothing generating money. It's robbing Peter to pay Paul. So now let's start from the rudiment. And that's why we have different structure. We have different platform. We have different, copy automation that we make money from, both The active, you trade. The passive, you just deposit money. And then the residual, you build, you announce, you enlighten, and all of that. But the challenge we have again now is that if you ask a lot of people if they hear about forex copy trading, they don't want to hear because they have got involved in different Ponzi schemes running around. It's either the Ponzi scheme run away or even the trader call themselves professional, blow up their account. But let me take you now around. Now, if you want to be an active person, you need knowledge. So now this is a chart. The money is gossed out of the chart, no story. Now, if I want to look at the chart, let me show you something very simple you want to trade. Now, this is synthetic. I can use any chart, it's the same rule. Now, first thing you want to look at is that the market creates a narrative. Price is fractals. And if price is fractals, we create something called different regions, or market move from fractals to fractals, from region to region. So now I want to do something. I'm going to show you something. Pay attention. Come close, come close. Now, what I do is to click to see the roof of the market within a region. Now, which region am I going to work with? If you are just a day trader or something, you want to look for daily region, okay? That's what we call support and resistance, daily region. Then if you are a swing trader or you are a position trader, you want to look at monthly and then weekly. So I don't want to go to monthly. So look at it. Why do I mark this? I mark this as a ceiling because I have a touch here, I have a touch here. Now, those are actually not a point. They are zone, they are region, okay? So now I've clicked this. This is the top. Now the next I'm going to go to do is to capture this and I will take it to the floor. Okay, so I've taken to the floor so you can see the ceiling and the floor. Now, what am I looking for? I'm just delineating where I will need to walk through. So there are other obvious environment I could find. So quickly, let me just take this. There are other obvious environment I could find. So if you see this place, this is an obvious environment. Do you see that? This is a touch point. This is a touch point. If you extend it, touch point, touch point and all of that. Okay, so there are still other ones that probably you can do, but 3 should be enough to an extent, because if the market were to be here, I want to go there. But let's just add one, an obvious one, but it will just work at 3. So let's look at this. I think we have this here. Does that really make any sense? Maybe just leave it there. So this is on daily time frame. Have you seen it now? I'm done delineating on daily time frame. Now, so the next thing is that, so let me tell you something. There is difference between trend, the market trend, and the daily bias. A lot of mistook this. If the market is bullish for the day or is going to be bullish, it's going to be bearish for the day. There are two different things altogether. So we have, I call it daily sentiment. Then we have the market trend. Now, market can be an uptrend, but for that day, it will be bearish. Do you get it now? Especially if you're a day trader or a scalper. So now, how do I know? This market is an uptrend. Does that start? Now, what do? I've delineated the zone, a very horizontal zone. If I take my line chart, right, and move up to this point, can you see that? Can you see something? Now, this market is what? An uptrend. So that means when I delineate this market was tearing staircase. Now, when it broke this, it retested and then broke it and retested. Do you get it now? So broke it and retested. Now you're looking at either to be rejected at this point or to break it and retest and continue. So you have delineate and reduce your stress. That's what you have done. Very simple. You have reduced your stress to parchment. Instead of looking at the market at everywhere, you know where the market is reacting to. Have you seen it now? This is very simple. Have you seen? Somebody's following it. You want to learn more about how to really do this, then you have to come to PBS Club. We teach you this. Very simple. Now, so, however, you've gotten this. Now, so if I actually want to trade, like now, look at today. If I come on the money, I always tell people, always come in the money. It's only if you're Nigerian, London and all that. We are favored by the time frame of the market opening, exactly in Asia session. Now, if you look at this is daily candle. Now, this was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday closed bullish. Okay? Yesterday closed bullish. So you are now inferring that today will go bullish. If yesterday closed bearish, that the previous day before yesterday was indecisive. And I will tell you, what do you check? Oh, there are factors you check. When you look at daily candle, the one it closes. Now, look at this. This candle closes bullish. Even though we are in a bullish market, it closed bullish. The second day candle closes what? Bearish. Right? So that means the next one is supposed to be bearish. But the next one became indecisive. But because of the narrative of this one, that means the market still continue going down anyway, and you are looking at this point. So now, for the fact that the market is bullish, we're in an uptrend. Now you have bullish and bearish day. So you get that? How do I know that we're going to have a bearish day? There are so many factors we can check. We check about liquidity and the candle continuity. Write it down. We check about what? Liquidity and continuity. Liquidity is that the market can come, the previous day close high and low, and then when the new one open, it will first sweep the high or sweep the low. That means for that day, you are probably going to go bullish or bearish. Another one is that the candle, look at it. Let me use this example. So that is liquidity. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm sure you are going to learn something very, very important. And how to now trade it is where you need to actually learn. Now, this is a candlestick, for instance. So let me just use this live chart. Now, look at this candle. This candle close as what we call is the abandoned baby. So I don't want to, I'm not teaching you all of those terminologies. Now, this is like abandoned baby, okay? So if that is also, people tell it to be a bullish market. Now, but not nevertheless, the following day open, and then it didn't sweep liquidity up and start going down. Rather, it opened aggressively and open a candle like Maribozu. Okay, so that means to that day, when you watch from the beginning of the day how the market opened, then you say it's bullish. Then the following day, the market closes above this, about how many candle? Extremely bullish. Then you are saying the next day too will be bullish. Then we have this, the next one was bullish. Then you are saying this one is bullish. Now, since this one was bullish, you are still saying that the market will be bullish. But instead of that bullish, the market closed bearish. Now, why? Because if you understand something, when you break out of this region, you want a retest. And that's one of the things. Now, a break a structure, I don't want a retest to this point ordinarily. I don't expect the market to come down here. That's the reality. So, but daily bias is different from market trend. So the market can be bullish, and then you will be you close bearish for a particular day. Okay. Now, so I have to measure more of my structure on 4 hours and 1 hour. I have to measure more of my structure on 4 hours and 1 hour. So now look at 4 hours. Now let me look at my structure on 4 hours. This is my structure of 4 hours. This is a high. This is a low. This is a high because it is taking this. This is a low. This is a high. This is a low. This is a high. This is a low. So that means this market broke a structure of 4 hours and then continue to ride. So you are going to be working within this region, right? All right, targeted up. So the same thing, you can still find another substructure or refined structure on your 1 hour time frame. Now, because why do I say substructure or refined structure? If you look at it now, this is like a downtrend. This is that. This is a high. This is a sweep of liquidity. And then this is supposed to be the market structure shift. This is an induced liquidity. So if that is the case, look at it here. This is a shift in market structure from here. A shift in market structure. So when that shift happens, you expect the market to actually come back. This is a total rejection, all right? Because sometimes you'll be waiting for market to come like this is a fair value gap. Market may not come there. What happened? It actually confluence rejected from this low. That was a very sharp one. And that's when you're going back to a lower time frame to see, is that rejection actually proper? Then if it's proper, you are taking the trade. Now, this is a break of structure. After this break, so look at it, this is a break. And if we check from here, where you now take a tool called Fibonacci retracement and take from here to this point, then it actually came to that 50%. So these are the things you check. Okay, it's actually at a premium, and then, okay, it's manageable. So then this is another break of structure. Look at it here. So you can see this structure now, return back to the origin properly. So let's take out the Fibonacci retracement from this swing high to this swing low. That should be, now you look at it, let's extend that. So it came into the premium very well, the best way, all right? Came into the premium very well. But it created liquidity before actually, so some who sold out here, and then eventually the market still retraced back, allowing the market to come. And then this is another break of structure. Can you see that? Now this is another break of structure on 1 hour time frame. So you can see You can see another break of structure. So now you have done this. Look at what you have done. You have taken this and you take from this high to this low. Now, if you don't delineate, you will miss. How do I mean delineating? So you have demarcated these zones. That means this market have returned back here to reject this zone. And for that, you should be buying. Now, what did it do? You thought that this is sell because of this your Fibonacci retracement. No, the market is trying to change, as it were. Now, but even if you are not using the internal structure, let's look at it. The market actually went up. Look at it here. So this is not a shift, this is a sweep, then this is a break. Now this break has happened. Now you are now turning around the other way around and taking now here from this point, now from this low to this high, and then look at it. This, all of these are liquidity, all right? The market returned back to this point and then slope into this fair value gap. That's your new entry. Now you can see, but for people who are using, now the advantage you now have on what we teach is that we teach you to understand the structure by yourself, and then you are making money. So when you gab into this market, your stop loss here, you are targeting up here. Bravo. Now, for persons who actually have understanding, now, so we, on our system, we give you tool to navigate the market. Oh, yes. We'll give you tool to navigate the market. Let me quickly show you something. This is Bitcoin. Let me quickly go back to Bitcoin chart somewhere here. Okay, so now this is Bitcoin, for instance. You look at the structure of Bitcoin. This is daily time frame. So assuming I want to work out some stuff, this is daily time frame for Bitcoin. So let me just use a horizontal line and thicken it. So if you look at it, this is an obvious point, right? Okay, yeah. So let's make it let me make it blue, something different. Okay, so that means now if I delineate all of these points, so let's take now. So this would be an obvious because that's going to be like a zone, right? So we can say this one is the floor or to the tip to an extent. So just the whole thing as a zone, right? So we can now decide to go this way as the last up. So you can still find other region, but at least let's maintain this region. Do you get it now? So this is Bitcoin. So that means if we maintain this region on daily time frame, see this is daily time frame. So that means we expect that Bitcoin not supposed to cross below this point again. Or even if it's going to whip this, it should just take this slow. That is how you look at trade. So these are established low or extreme low. So this is the zone. So we have come back after moving up here. This is liquidity, and we have come back and closed above. That makes a lot of sense. We have closed above, and then we have a bullish momentum move. Then this one came back again and retested and closed above. So that means this market is supposed to be buying, right? So this one that is returning back now, we don't know what you want to do, right? So, but in that way, am I going to watch like this? So now, if you look at it, yesterday candle actually did something like this. There's something I'm going to do that will surprise you. Yesterday candle, actually, this closed bearish, which this one was bullish. We're supposed to have a bullish continuation, but we couldn't have. We have a bearish. Then we have this one, flip it, sweep this liquidity, and even take out this one and to an extent. So we want to continue moving up today. But let's watch. What's going to happen? The market first sweep high. That means the market still want to return down again. Now, this is where our tool work for you. So on daily time frame, the market is still very struggling and all of that. So now, ordinarily, I should have been looking at this market with what we call my gun box. And probably if I envisage the market continuity, that means I'm looking at this point. Let me just show you something. Okay, trading is very fantastic if you can be meticulous enough to pay attention and then not to make so much noise. Just face important thing, right? And you will be fine. Just follow simple instruction. I know there are so many strategies. All strategies works, but it all depends on how you apply them. Even the most perfect strategy, if it's wrongly applied, it will give a wrong result. Okay, so now, okay, so I'm going to take it this way. Okay, so perhaps this market actually swept the high of the previous day and hit the high of the day before yesterday, the day before the previous day. So it's more delicate. It's still a sweep of liquidity. So, but now, if the market can react from this region at the base of this candle, can you see that? At the base of this candle, if you can have the market to be held at this point, then we'll be good. Okay? So that means I'm looking at if the market could hold. So let me take this. Hold at this point, then that's going to be a very fantastic one. Now let's go to 4 hours. Okay, so I'm going more technical. No, so let's go to 4 hours. On 4 hours, the market is still very, very funny, right? Because we have actually taken out this high, then we're struggling to rally it up. So that means this market you are seeing, if it come down to this point, that's $64,133.38. It's not a bad deal. And then it can just whip that and bounce. But for now, you should have sold and be making money. Now, so this anything inside this place now, there are sub zones, right? There are sub zone, which I can always get probably, and so that's why we have a tool that is automated. It automates your zones for you so that you can take trade as simple as possible. Number one, it automates your zone for you. And number two, it gives you where to find an entry from. Now, if you look at it on this 1 hour time frame, for instance, when the market traveled up here, it left something behind here, which you call a demand zone. Okay? You call it what? A demand zone. So as it left it there, you expect that this market was going to come here and mitigate this demand zone, which beautifully did. And even before that, there is what we call a fair value gap, an imbalance, which validates the strength of these other block. It validates the strength of this other block. So all this journey up here, this is liquidity, this is liquidity. He returned back there. Having mitigated this, so see now what you expected. Look at what has happened. Now, I'm going now a bit advanced into telling you the way, a kind of algorithmic kind of strategy. Now, let me show you something that you may not see. The market whip came down massively to whip into this and mitigate this. So what you have is this, a break of structure on your 1 hour, which is like what? A shift in market structure. Okay? So now let's take a failed retracement, and then I take from this low to this established high now, a protected high. So that means let's look at an area of focus. Okay, now can you see now the area of focus actually align with this line I drew that I expect if the market will come down here. So now this is an area of focus. So that means if we return down here, the next place I want to pick Bitcoin at this place. So you can mark it if you're watching. If you watched on, I did this video. This is the Sunday, 1st of March. Okay, let's go. So I'm expecting 71K, 69K for Bitcoin. So now, but let's look at it. This is really worth it. Now, this is a discount zone. I should be buying from a discount zone. That means inside of it there is another block here. So we have a lot of things or the extreme other block down here. So you want to watch the market. What you don't want to happen is that to break below this, that will not be good. But even if it does that, this is still an extreme low, but that now has changed the whole narrative. So tentatively, somebody will be waiting for the market to return back here, which is not wrong. Now, what is the edge of our tool that will give to you? Now, look at it. Somebody have bought up from here to here today or yesterday, and now I've sold again and then taking my profit at this level and expect to buy again. Now, so that's where the unique aspect of our tool, we have different tools, but this one is like beginners friendly, which is called the PBX S&R zones and PBX sniper calls. Do you see it now? It made the job very easy, right? Fantastic. Now, so if you look at it now, the place I marked, you see that the market probably have a kind of support at that level. Now, so if you are not careful, so because this is a liquidity, if you sweep it off, can bounce from here, now, if it bounce from here, that means it can just have a touch here, which is now aligned with this other block. Do you see that? So this is very fantastic. So even if you don't know how to trade, if you're just watching, you can see when this one, it was a massive manipulative market. When this market grossly go down, if you don't have the right knowledge or you don't have the right tool, you will be running away. You'll be running hectare and hectare. But as the market came down, look at the sniper cost a buy. One of our experts and a professional in our PBS club said, say, hey, you know what? What I see in this scanner is that it's crazy that even if you don't know how to trade the market and you're at least on 1 hour, on 30 minutes, on 15 minutes, on 4 hours, and you are taking this scanner signal, you say you would do 80% win rate. Check it out. Let's see. This is 1 hour time frame. Now, it gave you this buy here or sell here or buy here, and you enter buy and put your stop loss here, and the market continue. You won't lose. It's on real occasion where the market, of course, something happened, then it will stop you out, right? But you say, look at it from this zone to zone. Now, after when it says sell here, was dilly-dally, you are not bothered. He says, so look at it. Look at this one again, sell. As you just see the sell, the next candle follow it, you are now entering. Do you get it now? Oh my goodness. Look at this when it say buy, the next candle follow it, you are in. It says sell, the next candle follow you, you are in. It says sell, next candle follow you are in. It says sell, the next candle follow you are in. Do you see that? So that's a very powerful tool. Then, but I'm still telling you how the structure matters. But you don't know anything about structure, then this is how you actually pick trade and you're fine. Guess what? We have all the tools that identify and help, irrespective of the type of trading strategy you use. Are you following me, ladies and gentlemen? So don't waste time. Come up now, take advantage of what we have. What we have is extremely powerful. You can now see how the whole thing was spotted. Like I've just shown you, the whole thing was spotted accordingly. So in PBS Club, you will make money with ease. You just develop your skills. You make passive money through copying trading, and then you have scanner that give you signal. Don't disturb yourself, no stress, right? Give you the scanner that give you to, hey, this is the trade, take the trade here, jump into the trade here, and all of that. Do you see that? So if you go to the 1 hour, you're going to find, what I've just described for you right now. This is super, super, super amazing. This is the best time to be alive. Seriously. Now, you don't gamble. The lovely thing is that these scanners trade not only crypto, but Forex, Forex instrument, commodity instrument, precious metals, stock, and all the like. So you can see now the same thing you are having there is what this getting supported here already. Although this is 15 minutes already saying buy, but that's a fake one because you can see that's why we say always be on at least a higher time frame. But look at smart money concept. Look at it, it says to buy here. Even if you are waiting for confirmation, look at it. This is another type of segment of our scanner. When you say buy here, you are buying. But even if you are still, I'm waiting, or I buy some, and then markets, what? Market structure shift. That's change of character. And then the markets change character. Look at it. When it change character, it return back into the other block. Beautiful thing, right? Into the other block, and it's buying. And then break of structure, massive one. Then you have a break of structure, and then you have a pullback into just region, not returning back to this point. We have a new break of structure, powerful one. So that means this is the last low. Now, of course, if you are trading with smart money concept, you have to wait here. But that means this structure has been so choppy for you not to find a trade, perhaps. unless you go to like 5 minute time frame. That's when you will have sold this market. Let's just push in there to see that where you will have sold this market. Good. Where you will have sold this market was this. Can you see that? This is an internal structure. And then this one, now look at the low. And then this is market structure shift. So your entry in this market will have been here. You see that? And the selling may not sell too much. So your entry will have been here because this is a market structure shift. But with this scanner, come on, you're already in from here. And then when this now happen, if you're a smart money concept trader, when this one now happen, give you more good confirmation to load in, maybe, with full margin in this place. And then you have another break of structure. This is a pushback. You add more, although you are having now this, it's telling you that, well, this is good. You will still sell more, but it's telling you that look at another block here. And both this another block and at the same time, a demand zone, because this had been mitigated after push up. You see that on 5 minutes, I was telling you that this is another block and a support zone. He said, but even though it's at that point that you still have this resistance, so that if you return back here and get rejected, you can still sell. But before here, you have done your profit. Because one of the things I tell people is that if you take a trade, for instance, this is a rejection, and you say, okay, you short your market here because it's not your father's property. Then you have in here, and your stop loss, you can even put it above here, and then taking to this point. Okay, this is already 1:2 risk reward ratio. What is then your problem? So this is how we take advantage of the market. And then the same thing, the scanners works. We have different scanners level that are maybe for scalpers on gold, for scalpers on Bitcoin, and all of that. This is crazy now. So you can see this entry here, and then to take profit, it finishes there and all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have for you. Don't waste time. It is super amazing. Conclusively, ladies and gentlemen, let me just show you something. It's very, very important. You're going to see something very important right now. That's to crown it off for you to understand. Yeah, so let's go. So our platform is super powerful. Yes, because we have seen that people have lost a lot of money into the hands of Ponzi promoters. And then when you ask, they say everything is risk and all of that, but they are much aware that this is a scam. But even though they know that it's a scam, they still go ahead and tell people, come and put in your money just because of referral bonus. Is it wrong to make referral bonus? No, but can you make it on the right thing? So just give me a moment. I'm going to show you something very fantastic. Okay, so this is the summary of what I have for you. I'm sure you've really learned and understand the market, how you actually take advantage of the market. So pay attention to what we have for you in Plan B Express. All right, a very quick one. So we are your pathway to financial freedom. And how do we do that? All right, if you look at it, the first thing we say here is that 5 years of financial freedom via digital asset accumulations and exploring global financial market. And the method is simple: 3-in-1 financial solution. How does it work? So we have a PBS club as a role model, as a model through which to achieve this method. And that's why I say it's our pathway to financial freedom. And then so we are your gateway to consistent cash flow, number one, through powerful mix of trading, investing, and agency system. And now, of course, disclaimer, we know that when it has to do with buying and selling of assets, currencies, and all of that in the financial market involves some level of risk. And so risk in terms of making some calculated risk and then result to loss, and then you can have some of those things. So understand that. We're not saying that put the money you can afford to lose. We just want you to have awareness that you can be on a drawdown to an extent, not just like a gambling system. All right. And then you witness some level of loss. Or even if you are trading by yourself, you can blow your account severally. It's normal, it's part of the game. And so you don't get a rule out. All right. Then PBS hybrid solutions, 3-in-1 financial system. Number one, optimized trading solution, which has to do with professional, for newbies, for anyone. And then you can use our scanner, just like what I showed to you, right? Can use our scanner to reduce the stress over analysis, the market, and all that. So these are high accuracy scanners that make you live soft life as a trader. Okay. Then optimized copy trading solutions. We have access to you have access to our 3 layers of copy systems. These are PBS Club 1, PBS Club 2, and then optimized residual income and all of that. So quickly, so our scanners about 75 to 90% accuracy. Yeah, I can say that. And so you can now trade irrespective of the strategy you use and all of that. Then we have regular, live trading sessions that you can join and all of that. So very fantastic. So these are a set of our scanners. Number one is called structural foundation, and which has automated support and resistance floors and ceilings. Now, so which is beginners and for swing traders. So beginners, your swing trader is going to be very perfect for you. There's no struggle about that. Then you go a little bit higher to demand and supply zone. So mapping institutional order blocks and then zones of interest. And so then this is for patient value-based traders. Okay. Then we have smart money concept. All right. So tracking whales via market structure shift, breakout blocks, for fair value gaps. So this for professionals and ICT enthusiasts. Then we have pure price action, naked chart, logic, engulfing, PO3 and momentum. So you're working with market purists and then energy readers. So these are people who settle down. They look at detail of how the market, okay, has gotten like you saw me, I did a floor and a roof and all of those things. They pay attention to important segment of the market. It has rejected this, okay, coming back to it, go more deeper. Then you have the psychology and commodity. So trading gold, BTC, oil. So via our 50 and 100 pips psychological levels. So for scalpers, aggressive day traders, no matter how market is squeezed, they will always find a trade. But purely for Bitcoin, gold, silver, commodity, and all the like. So it's very powerful stuff. So what do you need to get? So subscription, you can subscribe the 5-in-1 master bundle pricing. Okay, so maximum edge with 5-in-1 bundle. So they are 5-in-1. So if you want to get it ordinarily, you are paying 200 for each. But if you are buying everything, so we're giving you like 60% discount off. Yes, because 200 multiplied by 5, that's going to give you about how much? $1,000. But in this way, you only pay times 2, which is $200. Yes. So depending on, so we have monthly $50, we have quarterly $100. So you have 6 months $150, then you have yearly $200. So depending anyone you're subscribing for, and you are getting all, then just twice, 2x. Okay. Then our operational rules. So the PFS standard. So to remain 75 to 90% win rate, all traders must follow these non-negotiations. So these non-negotiables. Now, validation. Never take a signal without the high momentum confirmation. Okay, repent protocol. Signals are only valid once the current candles closes with an engulfing or PO3 pattern, strong rejections at the psychological levels. Then risk management. Okay, maximum 0.5 or 1, depending on your risk level, but we still are concerned about your activities. Exit and strategy, target profit, e.g., 50 pips for gold upon opposing signal. Okay. Then we have other things that we can offer. You have PBS Club benefit and mentorship. So you can migrate from that and to go for Market Explorer. So this is a high exclusive one-on-one strategy mentorship. So to become the master of the market with direct guidance from PBS Club, top experts who contact me for deal pricing. So these are fantastic stuff and all of that. So look at what the founder was saying. Say, choosing a scanner is like choosing a weapon. So if you want a clear map, start with structural foundation. If you are a scalper, hunting high stakes, round numbers, psychology, and commodity is your requirement for maximum certainty. Bundles or 5, okay, for the price of 2. Okay, this is massive. So this example now using for the zone, you can see where the market the zone, take trade, to profit. Look at it here, run, market move. So this is demand supply. So you move from one demand, scale back to the demand, scale back again until it hits the supply. So these are more advanced than just support and resistance. All right. So you have this rejection, return back there, which is normal, you expect, but this one sell. Now, some will have to wait here. So the market will come for you to sell, but you sold because this kind of have given you just sell. It's returning back here, buy, and all of those things. All right. So this is smart money concept, SMC. So we have one, we have different segment, one, then we have another one, two, in that order, and then the trend. So this is more like smart money, but work with trend because look at the trend breakout and retested, and then all of this. Okay. So this is the institutional grid level, so which we call psychological level, trading with gold, Bitcoin, and it was super amazing. So the scanner equally work with stock, trade stock, and all the like, and this is what you have. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a foreign stock, and then I think I've given this bias for this stock since and all of that. Now, the second is passive and long-term growth. So decentralized automated investment. So this is a hands-free solution where your money will be in your broker or exchange, making you an average of 10. Okay, so you just see the percentage. Okay, I'll measure of blah, 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 monthly based on both conservative and aggressive. Then we'll have long-term investment, which have diversifications into stock portfolio, all right, and money market, okay, without third parties handling your money for you. So take control of your long-term wealth building. This is the summary of the whole thing: mentorship for soft trading and social capital and residual income. Weekly newsletter information, just give you directive, weekly live stream, and then financial literacy. Now, so you can see our VIP copy automation. We have club big PBX Club 1, so with combined different amounts, so but from the minimum of $200. Okay, so from the minimum of $200, so but there are different parchment. Basic copy, $200, then profit share is 70 ratio, 30. You take 70, provider take 30. Now, but from $200, $500 and above, so be 75. So you have, because of your money rate, anything from 1,000 and above, you are taking 80%, and then 20% to solution provider. PBS Club 2 is PBS micro strategy. Minimum is $100, and then this is how the formula work and all of that. Now, if you look at it now, so if I want to start, I want to be in all. If you are starting with minimum, this is $200. This is $100. That's 300. This is 250, 250. 250 times 2, that's 500. Okay. This is 300. So that means altogether here, if you start 800, you are good to go. Or if you say, okay, no, I need to do minimum of this 500, so that will be 500, 500 plus $100. That will be $1,100. Do you understand? All right. So you can say, oh no, I just want to go for 1,000. Okay, that means let's even look at it: $1,000, 1,001, 1,006, or you can wrap it up just depending on how you want to allocate it. But we still expect you to just diversify into the 3 automation segmentation. So this is the summary of the operational program summary. So the passive income system, copy, stock portfolio, crypto portfolio, fixed income portfolio, then active income system with AI scanner, forex, crypto, synthetic. Crypto is in 2, spot and futures. The residual income partnership system, a PBS Club affiliate, you make affiliate income. That's so powerful. Affiliate income you make when you refer anybody to PBS Club. You make 20%, and they were still working on for you to have level 2, level 3 of 5% as it were. But anybody you invite directly, you make 20%. Either you are a subscriber or not. You're just interested in marketing it, you still make money. Okay, we have AI tech rebate. So we have another system on rebate. We have capital extent rebate on partnership. We have web trade rebate. So how to explore the global financial market? Contact us now, and then we'll show you how to take advantage of it. I'm sure you love it. So go to the comment section, click on the link there and join our free group, and then you can ask questions. You want to get started, we direct you properly. So my name is Medes Eflinis Jimo. I'm the team leader of Plan B Express. Whoever that sent you this video, kindly ask them, how do I get started? And if you're getting started, you have to tell us who invited you. This is how we roll, and that's how we explore the global financial market. Plan B Express, together we rise. Do have a nice time. Enjoy your day.